Hello my friend, Aimee Esther here, and I am 1 week postpartum. Today I wanted to share with you just how I've been feeling, a little health update, how things have been since I had my baby. You can peek and see her right there behind me. I had to turn her white noise down so you can still maybe hear a little bit of it, but I didn't want to turn it all the way off and wake her up. So sorry if you can hear a little white noise. Actually, do you want to see her? You want to see her. One sec. Okay, and we're back. So she is 1 week old and it's just been the greatest week. If you followed any of my videos recently, I've been sharing about my pregnancy and it was a rough one. So I have to say already right now, I feel 10 times better than I did when I was pregnant. Even with the lack of sleep that I've had this past week, I feel so much better. I have way more energy. I feel so much less pain. It has been beautiful. And I feel like this happened with all of my babies. I had like a high after my babies, physically, mentally. I just feel super good after I have babies. Now, of course, in the middle of the night, sometimes I do get the baby blues, which are just the cries. You just feel like you need to cry, hormones or just the lack of sleep. I don't know what it is, but I know it's very normal to cry more after you have had a baby. But I seem to only get that really in the middle of the night, and it hasn't been that bad this week. I probably only cried one time, and that was our first night home, which was pretty rough. But after that, we figured out that our room was too cold, and since I turned up the heat, she's been sleeping so much better. I like to sleep pretty cold, and so I think I didn't really think it through, and I realized she slept just fine during the day, but at night, she just would not lay down without being held. Every time I put her down, she would cry, and I realized it's because she was warm when I was holding her, and then she would get cold when I lay her down. So once we fixed that, she's actually been sleeping really good. Now she does get up every 3 hours or so to eat, but she goes back down pretty easily, and she has just been a little angel baby and such a good sleeper. She'll usually nap a couple hours and I'll wake her up. I try not to let her nap more than 2 hours during the day so that she can save that sleep for night. At least that's what the doctor recommended I do to help switch her days and nights. So she's been so great. She's also been eating very well. So my milk came in like when I was still in the hospital, it came in. So it was like less than 2 days after I had her. So it came in pretty fast, and she is already back to birth weight, and she is just rocking and rolling, doing great. And mama's doing great too, just so much better than when I was pregnant. It was a really hard 9 months. This was my hardest pregnancy by far. Physically, mentally, emotionally, all of the things. It was rough. We've got so many grunts in the background. She's probably waking up because I turned her white noise down. Hopefully she'll chill just while we finish this. Josh went back to work after the 4th day because we had the weekend, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and then he went back to work on Wednesday. So I've been doing the full-blown mom thing the last few days, and it's been great. I have honestly loved it. I feel just better than I did before, even with having a 3rd kid, a newborn to take care of. I just feel so much better, and everyone's bringing me meals and offering to take my kids and to help me, and I'm like, seriously, this is so much easier than a week ago that I can't even like complain. And it's nice. I don't want to make meals, and people have brought me meals every night since I've been home, which is wonderful. A few other things. Let's see, I took some notes here. I have like no pain down there, just like pretty much nothing. I had no tearing. If you watched my birth video, I will link it down below. Shares the whole story of the birth, but she was sunny side up, and so the pushing part took much longer than anticipated. We were thinking it'd be like 10 minutes of pushing and she'd be here, but because she was sunny side up, meaning her head was facing like the ceiling. If I was on my back, her head was facing the ceiling, and it's preferred that their head is facing down. They come out a lot easier. So I pushed for a long time, and they said I was quite swollen after that birth, but I had no tearing, and so I haven't had any pain at all down there. But my belly is definitely going down because when I was in the hospital, I brought my like belly band, like the thing that I wrap around my stomach to tighten it. And it did not fit at all. Like it wasn't even close to fitting. And I thought, did I just get too small of a size? It was a small medium, which is normally my size, but I was a little stressed that I have to buy a new one. But already, only a week later, it fits perfectly. So my belly has just gone down, my uterus has gone down. And mentally, I've been doing it so good. I think part of it has to do with this nurse that discharged me. She was incredible. She gave me this huge speech about taking care of myself and how it's normal to cry and feel emotional after having a baby, and it's normal to not connect with your baby right away, and it's normal to not enjoy the postpartum period, and that you just have to do something for yourself every day, because you can just go crazy by putting all of your time and energy and mental strength into taking care of this tiny human and keeping the rest of your family going, that you often neglect yourself. And I wish she'd been the nurse that discharged me every time, especially with my first baby, because it was such an inspiring speech. Even my husband was listening, and he has said something multiple times about that speech and how it helped him to see what I needed. And Josh has asked me every day what I've done for myself. He's made sure that I had time to take a shower every day. I haven't washed my hair in over a week. Since I went to the hospital, I have not washed my hair, but I have taken a shower. The hottest shower you can imagine. That was something I really missed when I was pregnant, is a good hot shower. So I've taken a shower every single day, which has been just so nice. And I've been just doing more for myself than I think I've done with any of my other babies. I feel like I'm a lot more balanced. I'm asking for help more than I normally do. Even though I feel physically great, I know that mentally I need to do stuff for myself every single day in order to keep going. And I honestly feel just more mentally stable than I ever have after birth. And I think it's because I'm really taking time for myself. I will have my husband watch the baby. I'll pump her a bottle, and I'll run an errand at Target so that I can kind of get out of the house, do something for myself, or go read for a minute, or take a nice hot shower, whatever I want to do. I've been taking a lot more time for that. Now, of course, I'm still with her every day. I'm feeding her every couple hours, but just doing that one thing a day like the nurse recommended has made such a difference. And it's weird because I have 3 kids now, and you would think that would make it harder to do something for myself, but it almost makes it easier because I know I need it, and if I go too long without it, I'm gonna have a mental breakdown, which is how I used to do things. And now I'm trying to consistently do things to keep myself mentally stable, as I am taking care of everybody else and taking a little bit of time every day to take care of myself. So that nurse's speech was so inspiring and has just helped me have such a better postpartum period. So we are a week in, and so far I really am feeling so good. I actually have surgery coming up in 5 weeks from now. So I'll be sharing more about that, of course, because this whole channel is about my health. So I'll be sharing more about what that is, and probably maybe do like a surgery vlog and stuff like that coming up. So I am preparing to have things get much worse in a few weeks. But as of right now, we are doing really, really good. So that is where we are at, 1 week postpartum. I don't think I'll do many more health updates after this, but if you have any specific questions about the postpartum period and labor and delivery, I am going to do a Q&A. I'll ask on my Instagram, but if you want to leave questions right here on the comments of this video, I'll grab them from here as well, so we can answer all of your questions and anything you want to know about all the chronic illnesses I have and labor and delivery, postpartum, anything about that. Let me know in the comments any questions you have. I think that's everything. This is a really chill video. I'm just kind of sitting in my living room, and I didn't want to set up the whole shebang with the lights and everything today because, you know, just this baby. She needs me, clearly. So I'm gonna go nurse my baby. We're gonna get some snuggles in, and I will talk to you real soon.